So here we go, welcome to round 8 of the DTCC Championship Season 3. There you can see the grid on the screen, reverse grid from round 7. So we got Coleman on pole, followed by Pierce, Ross, Boulay, Lewis, Sykes, Charters, and then finally Pengelly. So away we go, rolling start. So away we go into the first corner. Fairly tidy start from everyone, which is to be expected really, because they're all spread out as it's a rolling start. As we go down the hill into the long right-hander, we're watching there Sykes, who's in 6th, started 6th, and he looks like there's a bit. Looks like Lewis has gone wide a little bit, and Sykes has gone through in the 5th, and Pengelly's nipped up to 7th inside Charters already. So a good start there from Pengelly. So we're on board now with Ross, who's in 3rd, lining up Pierce. It looks like he's given Pierce a bit of a thump there. Pierce is off into the barrier. I think that's a little bit of retribution from previous rounds. So Ross is in the 2nd, and we're on board with him. He's got Boulay right behind him to go into the very quick right-hander, and Boulay's given Coleman a bit of a tap, battling for the lead here. So a good scrap going on there as we go into the heavy braking of the left chicane. Here comes Pierce, and Pierce is given. Looks like he's got his own back at Ross, and has hit him into the scenery. So end of coming towards the end of lap 1 as we go through the very tight complex at the end of the lap. So Pierce is up into 3rd, and we're watching now Pierce and Sykes battling over 3rd. And we've got a replay here. You can see Pierce just way too late on the brakes, and just gave Ross a hefty clout into the rocks. So on board now, watching from Lewis, you can see there Ross and Pengelly coming together as well. So a chaotic first lap, as we would expect here. The racing is very tight on such a tight, small rally course. So here's Pierce and Sykes. Sykes tries to go around the outside, and Pierce has none of it, and a bit of contact. And then Pierce has hit the wall, and Pierce has spun. Pierce is spun in 3rd, across the start line. Sykes hits him, so that's taken Sykes' momentum. And meanwhile, we've got Ross in the thick of all the action here as we go into lap 2. So we've got Charters now, who's come up to 6th, who's challenging Lewis, and you've got Ross who's trying to go around the outside of Charters. It looks like he's done that. So a good recovery there for Ross, up to 6th, Charters down to 7th. As we go into this very long left hand, almost hairpin, 3rd gear, 60-70 mile/hour sweeping left. You see Pengelly is now up to 4th. So he's come up from last on the grid. He's right behind Sykes now, battling for 3rd. Can he get we go into this left-hander? No. Sykes keeps it quite tidy. It looks like it's Pengelly. So Pengelly's got a good drive. So watching Sykes now. So Sykes is up to 2nd. So he obviously overtook Coleman there, and so into that fast left-hand, right-hander. Sykes is in the wall, and Pengelly's hit him as well. So a bit of a let-off there for Sykes. He swung out a bit too wide and hit the wall, and now we've got Coleman. I think that was Coleman hitting Pengelly into the left-hander. So all sorts of contact going on here. And now we've got Charters trying to go around the outside of Ross, and Ross is trying to retaliate. And now you've got Coleman hitting Ross off as well. So Ross has been in the thick of the battles here. So watching now from Lewis, and he's got Pengelly all over the back of him. So can Pengelly have a look down the inside into turn 2? Yeah, I think he can. Yep, he's got him. But it looks like Lewis is fighting back. So down the inside to the right hand in turn 3. Yeah, Lewis has got back into Pengelly. So Pengelly's down to 4th. So as we go on board now with Pengelly, we're going to say long left hand. There's lots of different lines you can go through here. So Pengelly looks like he's going to take a run down the inside of Lewis. Watching back now from Sykes. Can Pengelly get him into the left-hander? Looks like he's a bit behind him, but Lewis has got a little bit wide, and Pengelly's through. So Pengelly up to 3rd, and he can now chase after Sykes. Now we're on board with Lewis. Lewis is having a look at back of Pengelly. Gets really close, but doesn't make any contact. But he's hit the edge of the track. It looks like Charters has gone through. Yep, Charters is going through into 4th. Looks like Charters just misses the back of Pengelly. So yeah, break for the tight left-hander. So we're watching here now. It looks like Sykes has got a run down the inside of Boulay. So Boulay in the meantime was in the lead, but Sykes has got through in the complex. A nice move there. Did a switchback on him. So as we go across the line for the end of lap 2, it looks like it's got Sykes followed very closely by Boulay, and then you got Pengelly right behind him. So incredible scrap going on here for the lead. So watching now, Boulay's got a little bit wide, so Pengelly's gone through in the 2nd. So we've now got the 1 and 2 in the championship fight side, which is the first time really we've seen that this season so far. So into this long right left hand. It looks like Sykes has got a bit wide. Pengali's going to try to take a run down the inside, but doesn't get through. So Pengali's right on the tail of Sykes now, going to the left hand in, and it's like Pengali's trying to go around the outside, but no, he won't go away through there. And yeah, it takes a little touch on the arm code. He comes out, and he's now got. This is back onto forward Sykes, so we're looking back onto Pengali. So we go through the very quick right hander, and Pengali's all over the back of Sykes, but now looking on board with Boulay, who obviously was getting very close to Pengali as well, going through the right hander. So on board now with Pengali, chasing after Sykes. He's got Boulay all over the back of him now as they go through the complex. Sequence of left, right, left corners towards the end of the lap. So on board now with Sykes, looking back at Pengali as we go through the last left-hander, very quick left-hander, and over the 2 jumps of the starfish line. We got Pengali coming and attacking in the air. Looks like he was trying to overtake in the air, trying to go over the top of Sykes. But so into the first 2 corners, the fast right and then flick left, taking it well over 100. Looks like Pengali's going to try and go around the outside of Sykes into the right hander. They touch, a little bit of a kiss there, and Pengali's on the inside now for the left hand at the end of it. They touch again, they were side by side. It looks like Pengali's got the job done, I think. Yeah, I think he has. So into lap 5, and he's looks like Pengali's now going to the lead. Sykes has got a good run though, coming through the exit of that left hander into the right. But I think Pengali's probably got the job done now. So as they go through the tight left, and takes him onto the long back straight, and Pengali gets great drive coming out there, so he was on the power very early, and he's gone. So if we go back now to look at Coleman, who's having a battle with Pierce, and Pierce has gone wide, so it looks like Coleman has gone through into 7th, so back on looking at the fight of 2nd now between Sykes and Boulay. So these two have been locked in battle virtual race. Sykes got a bit wide and Boulay slipped through, so Boulay's into 2nd again, so these two swap places again, and then you've got Lewis not far behind, and then not too far behind them is Charters as well, so this is a really good scrap for 2nd going on. So into lap 8 on board with Boulay in 2nd place now, with Sykes just behind him, and I think we've got Lewis and Charters not far behind as well. So there's Sykes, there's Lewis, and then you've got Charters as well, so we've got the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th all within probably 2 or 3 seconds. So on board with Charters now, who's the 4th of this quartet, battling for 2nd. So you're looking at the back of Lewis as they come out of the left hand on the back straight. So now on board with Lewis, looking back at Charters. They go through the into the very fast right hander. And there we can see Charles had a good line, and Lewis has hit the wall a bit, which is giving Charles a run. It looks like Charles is going to go around the outside of him, side by side as they go to the braking zone of the left hand, and Lewis brakes really late, gets a bit sideways there, and Charles just threads his way through. Great move there for Charles into 4th. Meanwhile, looking back at 2nd and 3rd, and Sykes has got down the inside of Boulay for 2nd, so a nice switchback move, repeat of the move he did on Lewis in round 7, so a great move there from Sykes. But looking back now, Sykes has got a bit out of shape over the jump, and Boulay's gone back into 2nd, so these two are swapping places almost every half a lap. This is a great battle. And so Boulay's into 2nd, but Sykes is now, looks like he's got a little bit of a run down the inside into the long left hand, and they touch side by side, almost like synchronised drifting, the pair. So this is a phenomenal scrap for 2nd going on here, and you've got Charters not far behind as well. So who is going to come out top on this? It's way too close to call. So now Sykes has got 2nd for the moment, and there's a go on the long back straight. On board now Boulay, and then flicking back to Sykes' rear cam. So we're looking back at the red car of Boulay. I think it's a Lancer. And now looking at the Subaru of Sykes, and Boulay's taking a look down the inside. He's a bit low on the brakes, gives Sykes a bit of a tap there. Not too much damage done, but he's through in 2nd. So now we're back on board with Sykes. So a little bit of a tap as he went through there, but Boulay's back in 2nd again. So these two have swapped places for about 3rd time in just over a lap. So this is great stuff from these two. So as we cross the line now, complete lap 8 into complete lap 9 to lap 10. Pengali is out in front, clear in front, but we've got a phenomenal scrap going on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and Sykes got a bit too much air again over the line, and Charters is through. So Charters from 7th on the grid, finished a great 2nd in the first race. He's now up to 3rd. He's come through the field almost as well as Pengali. So what can he do about Boulay in front of him? He's obviously got the pace. We look at the lap time. Yeah, you can see that Charters has pulled 1:18.5, and I think Sykes is 1:19.4, so he's got almost a second advantage over Sykes. But Sykes is hanging on in there. He's carrying more weight. He's fully ballasted up. He's got 180 kilos on board, but he's hanging on. Even though I think Charters has got him on pure pace. So anyway, and Charters made a bit of a touch when the penultimate lap, and Charters touched the barrier coming out of the left-hander. So Sykes has got a bit of a run on him, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move into the braking zone of the left-hander at the end. But Charters again has hit the wall, and Sykes is getting a run now. So we're on board now with Charters, looking back at Sykes, and Sykes is going to try and ride the outside. I think get through there because it switches back too quickly. So now we did a switch back and watching Sykes on board now. So 2, 3, 4, covered by probably just over a second as we go into the final lap. I wouldn't put a bet on who was going to come 2, 3, and 4 out of this, and I would put a bet on that it won't be in the order it is at the moment. So last lap, here we go. Boulay, Charters, Sykes. What can Dan do about Andy in front of him? It's been a great charge. Can he get into second? Can he get the same result he got from race 1, which was Pengelly dominated that, but Charters was equally dominant in second. So looking back now from Boulay as we come into the left-hand front, Boulay's gone a little bit wide. Boulay's gone wide, and he looks like he's hit the barrier on the outside. So it looks like Charters has got a bit of a run on him here. So we're watching now from Sykes' in car. And Charters and Boulay's got a little bit wide going through the right-hander. Charters coming across, and Charters has contacted Boulay, and Boulay's been spun into path of Sykes. So incredible piece of racing there. It looked like the Charters clipped Boulay as he was going past him. So we're on board now with Charters. We'll watch it again. So Boulay's a little bit wide going into the right-hander. Charters tries to come across him, sweeps across, and as he does so, he hits the front corner of Boulay, which sends him into the wall, which then puts him into the path of Sykes, and they pair and ricochet across the track. So now watching him from behind Sykes, so we see Charters there goes across and takes a healthy clump out of Boulay's front right corner. So now we're watching Boulay as he gets a bit wide, just misses the barrier, and Charters comes flying across. That could well be of interest to stewards there, because it looks like Charters was going to hit the wall. If that's a great view from the front, so you can clearly see Charters drift straight across the front of Boulay, and then knocks Boulay into Sykes and slows them both down. So here we go. So across the line, the dominant victory in the end from Pengelly. It looks like Charters is probably going to be second, but we're watching the battle for third now, so this is still not finished. So Boulay and Sykes are still scrapping over third now. So Boulay hit the side of Sykes there into the left-hander, but Sykes has got the run. So Charters, he almost spins across the line, so Charters finishes an eventful second. He's going to finish third. Sykes does the same thing, sideways across the line, just beats Boulay into fourth. So amazing scrap. So we're going to watch the end of that. So Sykes looks like he's got the edge, but he gets a bit too sideways. There we go. Goes up in the air. Boulay hits him across the line. So incredible finish between the two. Nothing between them. So Ross finishes fifth, not far behind, and then you've got Lewis coming in sixth, and then Pearce in seventh, and Coleman in eighth. So incredible.